shadows at the edge of night and softly climb into my dreams. And then the music plays. We slow dance through the haunting notes, writing love letters on treble clefs, suspending chords to augment the mood. There is a silence of voices throughout as we search to find the lyrics that define us, sidestepping toward the keys we lost. As we grasp for them, they dissolve at our touch. You fade into the shadows at the edge of night and climb out of my dreams once again. And then the music stops. I cling to the silence, seeking solace, trying desperately to remember the song, knowing full well I won't.
Do you ever dream in music?
I dream of music. Like, I used to play music for years, and I often dream of the old band days, and we're in different places, and it's always the same members that I played music with, but we're in places I've never been before.
Oh yeah, in your dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Now,
is it dream? Oh, sorry, I was going to ask. Is it dreams like you have a gig to get to and you don't have the right equipment, like those kind of exam dreams, or is it just kind of memory dreams set in different places?
No, we're at the place we're setting up at, or playing, or whatever. But I was always the one in charge of setting up sound and tracing wires when they didn't work, and there's always something wrong with the chords. There's always something, and I gotta find it. It drives me nuts.
That's exactly what I was getting at. So I sometimes have teaching dreams, and I'm having to take exams instead of like give them, and like for courses that I haven't even taken because it's like I'm not the student. And anyway, so it's kind of a variation on that type of dream. What were you going to ask?
I was curious as to because I know this is the theme of the book, but how influential have dreams been overall in your writing? Like, are these actual excerpts of dreams and you're writing about them, or you're imagining what these dreams might be, or so I guess that's 3 or 4 different questions.
It's all imagination with me. Everything I write, I think in my whole life I might have written 5 true poems. The rest's all imagination, grabbing 1 or 2 lines, just they come to me a line or two, and then from there I say, okay, I got to write on that now.
But have dreams played a role? Like if you had a vivid dream and go, oh, okay, and that launches you into writing about a poem, whatever it comes up as, or
1 or 2, yeah. Actually, the first one in the book.
Oh, okay.
The first one in the book, and that's how I kind of put the book together. That first poem in the book, I actually saw that person, and then the last poem. The first and the last poem, the rest, just our lines coming. But the first and last poem actually were dreams.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, as writing to your different dimensional self throughout the book, did you learn things about yourself that you didn't know, like others? So if ninth dimension Candice has a different personality than third dimension Candice, and
I think we're all all of me is kind of melded together, and just like it's sort of like, I don't know if you've ever read the book, The Further Education of Oversoul 7.
No.
And if you've ever read that, this would kind of explain this. Oversoul 7 is a person that's in charge of the different personalities he has on Earth that are building him as a spirit into a better spirit. But he also has a master who he answers to. So when he runs into trouble, I say, I don't know what to do. And then that one says, okay, now listen, you've got to get that person to do it. Because it's all building, like making a recipe. So the spirits and entities on Earth that are part of Oversoul 26 or 34 or whatever are growing and becoming more seasoned and matured to make that entity that they're all going back to better. But that entity is an extension of the master. It's really unusual. If you read the book, that's kind of what this is.
Okay. And who wrote that book? Do you remember?
I believe it was Jane Roberts.
Jane Roberts?
Yeah, Jane Roberts also at one time wrote a book called Seth Speaks. She was
that one I've heard of.
Yeah, but the further education of Oversoul 7 and the education of Oversoul, there's a trilogy of books. they're more like a novel.
Yeah.
They're not channeled stuff. They're like a
because
novel.
Seth Speaks is her just recording what
Exactly.
she's,
Yeah.
channeled from
Yeah.
somewhere.
Whereas these are like a novel, so it's interesting. It's, you enjoy reading the book.
So was this the inspiration for these poems, or were you trying to capture something that you're feeling at this point in your life? This kind of like almost as though you can feel that there are other versions of yourself somewhere.
I'm sure there are. Yeah. I think when we dream, we're in touch with them and not really realizing we are.
Yeah. Have you always been interested in that, or is that a new...
I've been interested in it for a long time in my life. Ever since I once tried to hold a seance when I was about 18 or 19, and I scared the hell out of myself. I saw a mirror had a big blue streak in it, and I dropped the hands. And then after that, I started becoming more interested in things like that. It's just, I don't know, I often question, what's it all about, Alfie? I think, what are we doing? Are we